So when it comes to e-commerce and it comes to new ideas in e-commerce, we wanted to turn to a true pioneer in this space, Julie Bornstein. Julie helped set up Stitchfix as part of it was COO there, and helped scale the company to $1 billion company within 6 years. And after that, she went on to set up and found the Yes, a retail e-commerce platform that focuses in fashion. And I wanted to talk to her today to understand some of the new ideas that she sees happening within retail and how the consumers are adapting. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Piers. How are you?
It's great to have you here today. Welcome to Retail Innovation Week.
Thank you.
When we first spoke about your platform, about the Yes, it was a brand new idea. Possibly we can start with a little context setting about what is the Yes today, or what's the value you're offering shoppers.
The Yes is a technology platform for consumers to shop more effectively and in a more fun way. So our whole mantra is about more personal, more fun, and smarter. And the concept is we have the broadest breadth of brands from high to low. So we carry everything from Balenciaga and Bottega Veneta to Everlane and Zara. And the consumer today shops high-low and likes to be able to see everything at once. But obviously, with such a huge assortment, we have the second largest assortment online after Farfetch, and hopefully we'll catch up soon. The idea of overwhelm, which occurs on the web, is very prevalent. And so our whole angle in is how do we make shopping much more efficient and effective for the consumer and thus more fun? So we use AI and personalization to understand the consumer from the very beginning. We ask a Q&A as a customer logs on. And these are key questions that help us understand fashion preferences, and including price and size and all of the nuances that go into understanding style. And then we have an experience where you have a home feed in your app that is always suggesting new things for you. And you can shop by search or by category or by brand or by need state, and all of those things produce results that are ranked to each user. And so every store, in essence, is relevant and personalized in a one-to-one way with each user.
It's super fascinating, and especially when you launch a super progressive idea. Over the last 8-10 months, we've seen a lot of accelerated change in terms of what other retailers do, and change in terms of the expectations of consumers. How have you seen your audience change in terms of how they're behaving, what they want from you?
Well, we launched in May of 2020, so we were kind of a new company during the pandemic, and so it was interesting because on one hand, what we knew to be true in the fashion space is people are not buying a lot of fashion right now. They're not going out. There's no work to go to, no events to go to. So it's a very strange time for the industry. And on the flip side, people have time and are willing to try new modes of shopping. And so, with the rise of Instacart and Zoom and all of the things that have become our normal everyday life that were, not really quite in the water yet before the pandemic, the sort of openness to trying a new app or a new way to do something, especially shopping, which is not being done in store right now, the timing was good. And so what we saw was that there was a lot of curiosity and interest in understanding what we were all about and what we were doing. And what we found is that as users shop the app, they can yes and no products they like and don't like, which both store the things they like for future and also helps train the algorithm to understand them even better. And we've seen there an enormous amount of yes and no's and a very high engagement level. Even if people aren't ready to buy, they're kind of keeping track of things that they like, both to improve the algorithm and make the experience better for them when they come and shop again, but also so that when they're ready to buy again, they've kind of saved the things that are intriguing to them. So those behaviors have definitely been things that have helped us as a new company during this period.
In terms of personalization, you talked about a number of different aspects which personalize the experience, is there anything else that you apply or leverage to kind of create a more customized experience for the customer?
Yeah, I mean, we think about sort of all the technology enablement that exists today, whether it be AI, which is the core of our product, or the ability to integrate with other brands. Our platform is one that integrates directly with the e-commerce sites of each of our brands themselves, whether it be kind of social networking and the ability to see what your friends are doing, or the ability to understand what influencers and people who may have ideas that interest you and help you buy. Um, all of these things are technologies that are enabling better shopping, in essence, the ability to find what you want, get the inspiration you're looking for, get all the information you need in one fell swoop in an easy way. And so our whole approach is, what are the things that are going to be most effective in helping me sort of find what I like, get inspiration, or make a buying decision? And how do we pull those things into a unified experience for a shopper? So I would say two of the elements that we are really thinking about and starting to test are the ability to shop alongside a friend. So if you and I are linked in the app, although you wouldn't be right now because we don't have men's, then you could see what I've been adding to my list. I can see what you've been adding to your list, and in short order, as we're building right now, we'll be able to comment on each other's things that we like and sort of share opinions and share ideas. So we think that that is, especially in a moment when we can't shop with our friends like we used to, something that's super relevant, and we know an enormous sort of experience that people have when they're shopping in real life.
So, for your brand partners, the companies that you're selling, um, what are the advantages for them selling through your platform?
I would say the number one reason that they should partner with us is because they want to be a part of sort of where technology is going as it relates to shopping, both because they're going to get volume as our business grows and additional customers, and also because they're going to learn both about different ideas in sort of e-commerce and technology and how they're being applied to different shopping ways, and also the data that we're collecting on the consumer for them and sharing with them. So our goal is to be a really sort of unique kind of partner to the brands. We're requiring very little work. Most of their partners, they need a person on their team to do all the integration with and to keep track of all the catalog and the buying of the product. But in our case, we've really taken that on ourselves. We've made the partnership super streamlined and easy for the brand, so they really don't have to do much. All they need is an e-commerce site themselves, and then we can work with them. And we're really excited to help the brands find new sources of customers, because we all know customer acquisition costs are growing, and it's hard as a single brand to continue to be able to scale those costs.
That theme of partnership is a really strong one. We have a number of executives who work at retailers, executives that support retailers who are thinking about their strategies. Do you have any recommendations, tips, or tricks that you could uh, provide based on your experience and your recent experience? What should retailers be thinking about today?
I would say that there are a couple of things. I think it's really important to understand your customer base and make sure that you are always um, sort of giving advantage to your current customers. I think so many brands are focused on giving their best offers to new customers. And in the end, all businesses are really stronger when they keep their core customers most valued and most sort of prized in terms of how that interaction exists. And I think, especially in a time where in some cases customers may not be shopping right now, but when the pandemic comes to an end and we have the vaccine and these customers are ready to go and they have all this reserve in their pocketbook, there's going to be sort of a battle for who gets the customer. And I think that you want to make sure that you've maintained those relationships with your best customers so that when they're ready to buy again, you're top of mind. So I think that'd be my number one piece of advice.
That's great. Get ready for the return. Yeah. Julie Bornstein, founder, CEO of the Yes. I really appreciate your time. Always great to get your insight and understand where the future is. Thank you.
Great to see you. Bye, Piers.